Many of you all have asked me to see my entire garden, and I've shown it before in the past. But right now, we're at the beginning of the season, and I have just about everything planted that I'm going to plant for the spring. The only other things I'll have planted, I have a couple of these bags left that I need to plant. I'm just giving them a little bit more time. And the only other things that I will be planting is when something doesn't make it and I need to reseed again, or I need to plant seeds again, which I do have a couple of things that a little sketchy right now. But I have over 50 plants currently in my garden, with 8 of them being fruit trees. And I have a very small space. My garden is approximately 8 by 20 feet. That's it. I have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 pots that actually sit on the outside of that perimeter, but they're right on the outside of that perimeter. And that's just because I put them right by my back door because it was an empty spot, okay? So I'm going to take you all around and I'm going to show you my entire garden, okay? I'm going to give you, I wish I could give you a bird's eye view, but I'm going to give you an overall view, and then we're going to literally walk around and I'm going to talk about each one of the plants that I'm growing in this small space, and everything is in a container. Before we start our tour, if you are new, welcome. Thank you so much. And if you are not subscribed, take a second and subscribe to the channel. So, let the journey begin. Okay, so this is a long view of my garden. And I have a few pots right here. And the rest of them are all in that space. On the ground is a tarp. And that tarp is approximately 8 feet wide by 20 feet long. So this is my entire garden. And for right now, I have about 50 plants, and 8 of those 50 plants are fruit trees. I still have a few more to plant, and like I said, if necessary, I will reseed if something doesn't make it. So let's see what we have growing on in our small container garden. I'm going to start off up here because, well, I'm up here. This is the area that is closer to my back door. And this is where I grew my asparagus, and I was gone for a couple of days, so I didn't get to get them, but I will get those today. This is some basil that's trying to grow. I actually have a very hard time growing just regular basil, but we'll see. We'll see how it comes out this year. Over here, this is my oregano. I have had this same oregano plant for about 6 years now. It just dies back in the winter, and it comes back every spring. And I will start harvesting it within the next week. I'll start cutting it off. I just give it a haircut, which means I go straight across and I just kind of cut it back that way. This is my thyme, and I think this may be some calendula plants that are coming back, or some other plant that's coming back. I'm not really sure, but they are bordering. So because they are bordering this pot, I have to assume I planted them. And this is just some thyme that I have in here. I love thyme. Over here is one of my rosemary bushes that is just now starting to come back. It did not do very well last year, so it looks kind of scraggly, but I have some more that seems to be doing much better and did much better. This is my sage. Last year gave me enough sage that I was able to cook with it throughout the year whenever I needed sage, and I had plenty for the holidays, both Thanksgiving and Christmas, for my dressing. So I will come out and grab it and just keep cutting it back. It overwintered and it came back. Again, here is more rosemary, okay? This rosemary is doing much, much better than the other rosemary. This is a Thomasville lemon tree. This is my first year. I just got this lemon tree probably a couple of weeks ago. And look what we got on here. Look what we got on here. Okay, so that is one of my lemon trees. Right here, I have bell peppers. Bell peppers, bell peppers, bell peppers. Now, I will be chopping the top of my bell peppers off this week, but that's one of my bell peppers. These are just 3 jalapenos that I put in here from my bag. These are the ones that I had in my bag, and there's 2, looks like, in each one, and I will be thinning them out later this week as well. Right here, I have a cucumber plant, and it's going pretty good. Again, this is the cucumber plant that I had in one of my bags. I've already got a trellis up. Someone asked me in the comments, what type of trellis did I use? This is just a regular trellis. Regular trellis. I did not make it. This was gifted to me, and it's just a regular trellis. So these are cucumbers. In this bed, I actually have watermelon. This is a watermelon. These are actually Charleston gray watermelon. Okay? So, started them from seed, so we'll see how they do. This one I am definitely probably going to pull out. It's the smallest and it's just not doing very well. But I have 3 in this very, very large container. This right here is Thai basil. This is Thai basil, and I am growing it from an actual start. Both of those are Thai basil. This is just some curly leaf parsley here. Now, as you can see, I have my straw mulch here, and then it stops. It stops. The reason it stops is because my planting stopped. In other words, I don't have where you do not see the straw, I don't have anything planted except for on the other end. So I have this entire section starting from in here and all of this in here, all the way over to this, all this section to plant more food in. Over here, it doesn't have any mulch, and this is because if you saw the navy bean, how I started my navy beans in the paper towel recently, that video, I planted them all on this section. That's why there's the pole. So from that pole all the way over here, all over, and a couple of them have started to come up. I've actually have about 4, 8, 12, about 16 bean plants in this section. This is lettuce, again, from one of my bags that I started. And we'll see how it does. This one's doing pretty good. I only have 2 in here, so I can really put something else in that pot. This is the celery that I showed you all that I came and cut off the bottom half of it and stuck it in the ground, or in the pot rather. And this is some lettuce, and over here is some lettuce. This lettuce, as well as this lettuce, was also lettuce from one of my bags. And this celery actually started just like this. This is what I planted, and I have 2 more that I'm going to plant today. So I'm just going to sit that one right there for now. And this is another cucumber plant that does not look like it's doing good, but we shall see. I like to give my plants a chance. If not, I'll drop some more seeds. Over here, we have a butterfly plant. This is a butterfly plant, and then I have in here some elephant garlic is in here along with that butterfly plant. Over here was my scrap garden. This is where I These are the carrot tops, and this is the scrap purple cabbage that I am regrowing in here. The lettuce looks like it's not going to make it. It's probably coming up. Something else will go there. Here's the onion that I planted. And this is tatsoi that is coming right along. I need to thin it out again later this week. And this is kale that's growing. Over here I have some more elephant garlic, as well as the black mulberry tree. And this is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It's coming along right nicely. Back here is where I have weeds. Oh my gosh, it's actually supposed to be hibiscus, but the seeds have not germinated yet, so we'll see what happens there. I grow hibiscus every year, and I have some that's growing in a bag as well. This is sweet mint that I have down here, and it's growing pretty good. Here again is some elephant garlic, and back here, you see these plants? Golden raspberry. And these three are doing pretty good. They have new growth on them. These stems were completely bare. And this is from the cuttings. I did some of my blueberries, but they don't seem to be doing as well. This is the only one that's still green, so they didn't do well, but that golden raspberry seems to be doing okay. Over here, see these little bitty sprigs? These little bitty sprigs? These little fine sprigs? That's dill. That is dill. Over here, this is a small fruited tomato plant that I am growing in here. This was from a start. Back there, Swiss chard that is just now coming up. And over here, I have more parsley that's starting to come out again. This is one of my blueberry bushes. This is the very first one that I had gotten. I cut it down this year, and I cut all of it down, all but this part up here that you see that's fruiting. I cut it all the way down. First time I cut it completely down. So I don't know if it's going to fruit very well this year or not, but it's doing what I wanted it to do, which was grow bushier, not taller. Over here is peppermint, and it is growing good. This is my same peppermint I've had for about 3 years. It just keeps coming back, back, and back. And over here is another blueberry bush. And as you can see, it's starting off quite nicely. All right. This is another lemon tree. This is another Thomasville lemon tree. And I may end up putting these closer together. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, so I got 2 Thomasville lemon trees. This right here is jalapeno peppers. Right here. This right here is cayenne pepper. And this right here is jalapeno pepper. Back here in the back, this is some chamomile. And these are calendula, which is what I also think is growing with my thyme. Over here, this is my golden raspberry bush. It did really well last year. Last year was my first year for it, but it still did really well. This thing has plenty of flowers on it this year. And it looks like I was able to propagate it. And if so, I will be cutting it down again and propagating more this next season go round. This is my pink lemonade blueberry bush, okay? It did not produce last year, but it looks like it's going to be producing some this year. Last year was my first year having it, and it looks like it's going to be doing a little something this year, and I'm happy about it. Over here, we have our husky cherry tomatoes. that seem to be growing okay. And this right here, this little bitty bush, it fruits every year just a little bit. It's never given me a lot, but this is my rescue blueberry bush. And look at there. Look there. I'm just happy that it's growing because this was like, I got it for like $1. So I'm not mad at it. It looked completely dead. The store was throwing it out. And I brought it home and I took care of it. And look at her now. She's gonna fruit some this year. She is going to fruit some this year. Okay, so that's what my garden looks like at the beginning of spring. This is actually April, so we are at the very beginning of spring and the beginning of our grow season. I'll give you guys updates and tours throughout the season so that you can see how things are going, and of course, you'll see my harvest from time to time. If you are new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me today here in my garden. Take a second and subscribe to the channel. Let's get to 100,000 subscribers together. Returning subscribers, thank you so much for keep coming back and hanging out with me. And channel members, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I'm Pam and this is Zone 8A. Anywhere you can sit a pot, you can grow a plant.